Introduce it. Toast.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Blew my nose on myself. All right. Today we're gonna do an off-topic
Friday.
So it's your turn, Steven.
It is my turn. Did you forget who I was
Yeah.
for just a second?
Yeah.
Well, don't
It's been
worry
a little bit
about-
stressful today.
I understand. I have the same problem, so don't worry. Please don't worry about it, Chuck. It's okay.
Thanks, Mike.
So, all right, Bill. Today on Off Topic Friday, I want to talk about something that, we've had a few episodes in which we have discussed things that scared us as children.
2 episodes.
Yes.
Two episodes.
But, this is something, and Jack, the more I think about it, this is something that this is really something that didn't scare me so much. It was something that I was always really fascinated in.
Really, Frank?
Yeah. Harry, the more I think about it, I've really, in the past 4 or 5 years, I've really become quite obsessed with it, actually. And that is, now, are you ready?
Yeah.
Now hang on, Eddie, because this is a good one.
All right, Terry.
The emergency broadcast system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, on our podcast, a few episodes, well, it was actually the episode that we put out this week, our music podcast, we did discuss this a little bit. It was totally unplanned, but when we used the EBS for our sponsor, you mentioned that.
I mentioned like a dragon.
Yeah, it was like a, how'd I go? Okay. But
that was the symbol that said, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
yeah.
But the dragon. Full of fire.
That's cool. They would stylize those like that.
I wonder why we're a dragon, though.
I don't know. I guess just I don't know.
Maybe it was the year of the dragon, and they thought the Chinese.
Well, that's kind of
were
like
coming.
the test. Maybe. Well, they're communist.
Well, yeah. I know they are, Wank. I know they are.
Well, yeah. Well, mouse say tongue. Let me tell you. But of course, the emergency broadcast system was started in 1963, and I believe it went out in 1996 or 97. It was replaced by the emergency alert system, which is, I think, pretty much the same thing. There's a few changes.
But they don't do tests like they always did.
Well, yeah, they do.
They do.
They do.
I don't have cable.
But
so.
when they happen,
Do they still do it?
They do. It's usually on like Wednesday mornings, I think. And now your show will still be on, but the audio will cut. Yeah, they'll scroll it at the bottom, and they still
I seen that. Yeah.
they use that
At
real
work.
horrible modem sound. And then of course, if there is, and if there is actually, and
Melissa's laughing at him.
it's funny.
You got an audience.
If there is a need to, for like maybe an Amber Alert, they've done this for Amber Alerts and for bad, tornadoes and such.
Yeah,
they will use the old EBS attention.
Does your phone go off when the Amber Alert goes?
Yes, it does.
It's loud.
I get that. Yes, and it's creepy in the middle of the night when
I
it
know.
goes off. Because I read that and I see an Amber Alert and my stomach just sinks because I know somewhere a child is in great, great trouble.
I know that's
And
sad.
It makes me. It's chilling.
Yeah.
I hate it when those are issued.
You know you can turn it off. No, I'm just kidding. That's mean.
But yeah. But anyhow, I remember one particular EBS, and I only saw it like one time.
Was it the dragon?
It was not the dragon. I wish I'd seen that dragon one.
I looked it up and I can't find it.
Yeah.
But it had to be local.
Well, I had the same problem with the one that I'm about to tell you all, and this must have been about 19. Yeah,
Some kind of kung fu stance.
That's very good, Alan. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle.
But
You're French, aren't you?
yes, I am, Sylvie.
Well, there you go.
But anyhow, this was like I think 87 or 88,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I was at my grandmother's house on South Madison Street.
What's his grandma's too?
No, this is my grandma.
Your other grandma.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my other
Gotcha.
grandma. And grandma always watched, as I recall, One Life to Live. No. All My Children. 11 o'clock.
All My Children.
All My Children.
All My Children's the one that started off with the book.
Yeah, it looked like a Bible, but
Yeah.
it was a family album.
And it says, in a really ugly yellow and black.
Yeah, it's that old English kind of font, that old,
Like,
calligraphy.
Something like that.
Stupid music. Real terrible.
I watched that and I turned it off.
Yeah.
All my children.
Yes, Grandma would watch All My Children. And, of course, in the mornings, 11 o'clock was when that would come on, and that's usually at some point during that time, that was when they do those EBS tests. And this one came on one time, and, yes, yeah, thank you. That's very nice. That's very nice, David.
Thanks, Potter.
No problem, Fever. But anyhow, this one, I remember, I only saw it one time, and it was a white screen, and of course it said, "This is a test of the emergency broadcast system." Yeah, I only saw it once.
I thought, okay.
So that's why I'm starting to wonder if maybe I really didn't see it.
No, you probably did. I only saw the dragon a couple times.
Thank you. That's great, Venus.
Yeah. Thank you, Carlson.
But anyhow, we're not getting to the point very quickly on this episode. But anyhow, how many times have I said anyhow?
I don't know. Jose?
Well, Mikhail,
Oh,
it's just one of those nights.
Yeah.
Just having one of those nights. But let me get back to the story. It's a white screen, and this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This station, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I recall that it was for hearing impaired, so you could see
the words.
The words, yes. They had the text up there on the screen.
I think they always had the text on the screen.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Gotcha.
So that's not uncommon or anything. I don't know why I thought it was, but anyhow, I think they had the circles that said EBS. So it was 3 circles, and it was.
How do you spell that?
EBS. You like my circles? Hey, gang, watch. Here's my circles. EBS. Yeah. But they were all in lowercase, and I remember there was this it was like a pencil drawing of this soldier who was in a foxhole, and he was looking through binoculars, but from the profile, it was profile, and it looked like he was looking through 2 Coca-Cola bottles.
Yeah.
But he had, and the face that he made this was really exaggerated. He was looking out of a foxhole, and he was doing this. Now watch, people. He was going.
They can't see. There you go.
Oh.
Do it again.
Okay. I'll do it this way. But it was profile.
Yeah.
It was a profile shot, but he was going.
Grimace on his face.
He had a grimace on his face.
But profile. That's where the dragon was. Profile.
See? Yeah. But anyhow, I only saw it that one time, and I even remember... somewhere I think I still have it. I drew a picture of it. I was so into it.
You need to find it or redraw it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But a couple years ago, back in November of 2010, we recreated that kind of over at Meadow Lake Park.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, I might throw that in.
Yeah,
I'll find
that
it.
Was my little spin on
It's on my other channel. Yeah.
So
yeah, well, I'll do that.
But yeah, those EBS tests, those were really such a part of the fabric
of our childhood.
Of our childhood, they were, and like I say, I was never really scared by them because all I associated them with was bad weather. I didn't know anything about nuclear war. I mean,
I didn't either.
I was so young at the time. I mean, I had no idea. And of course, 87, 88, a lot of the dictatorships in Eastern Europe were crumbling. I mean, we're just a couple years away from the wall coming down.
I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
I just thought of this.
Okay.
You know what I used to do?
What did you used to do?
When no one was home?
Uh-huh.
'Cause there's a lot of summers my parents were at work and I was home by myself.
Yeah.
So, and those were on all the time.
Oh, yeah, they had
CBS.
to, it was required. They had to test them.
Yeah. I would turn that thing up as loud. I was like, it would hurt my ears.
Well, it's an offensive. That's the whole idea. It's supposed to get your attention. It's supposed to hurt your ears. Because when you hear that come on, you know something is not right.
But you're not supposed to turn it up as loud as the TV can go.
Well, not necessarily, but I mean, if you like that sort of thing.
It got very uncomfortable for
I'm sure that it
was
did.
About a minute.
60 seconds. I can't remember if it was the kilohertz for it. It's a very high frequency, and it's very offensive to
So probably I didn't blow the speaker out or anything.
Yeah. It's awful.
To get remote or go up there. The old TVs.
I think it's kilohertz. I'm not sure. I don't know much about frequencies and all that.
Or kilohertz?
We'd have to look that up on the Wikipedia,
Megahertz?
maybe.
Megahertz?
Yeah, maybe it was megahertz. Hertz car rental.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Al Hertz Club in New Orleans.
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
is, yeah.
So,
did you ever turn it up like I did?
no, No, I never did. But I remember whatever I was doing, I would stop and watch that thing like it was the greatest 60 seconds of my life. But
like Price is Right. They would do that a lot on
Oh,
CBS.
yeah,
they
the
do that.
EBS on CBS.
But there's a couple times I remember bad weather coming and they didn't play it at all.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Well, of course, that's out of Oklahoma City. We're in Enid.
Right.
I know they would do it for Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
But we would always have a storm siren. So.
Oh yes, now that's another off topic. I'll tell you about that some other time. But and just for the record, this EBS that I saw, it was on KOCO Channel 5 out of Oklahoma City. That's our ABC affiliate.
Yep.
But I had something else I was going to say about all the EBS things, and I don't see what it was.
Never saw the dragon.
I never did see the dragon. But anyhow, what's cool, if you get on the YouTube, there's a lot of those old emergency broadcast system tests.
But not the guy.
Ours are not on there.
Come on.
And the ones that are on there is one that's it's a blue screen and it has the Civil Defense logo, the circle with the triangle and CD. Yes, that one's cool. But the other ones I see they have for the backgrounds, they just it'll just say like the name of the radio, the name of the television station, and there's one that has like it's kind of cool, but it's satellites and they're all pointing in the same direction.
I never seen that.
But the real stylized ones, like the dragon and the man in the bunker and the foxhole, they're not out there. And I sure wish they were, because I would love to see that again.
Yeah. Wow. All right. We talked about that for a long time.
Yeah, even I could talk about emergency broadcast system all night long.
We'll start a whole another YouTube channel.
Oh, and just if any of you have ever seen the nuclear war film The Day After, they actually use the EBS in that, and they use the attention signal. And of course, if you know that movie, it's activated because the Soviets have crossed into Western Germany. All Western Europe has fell.
That's a scary movie.
We're going to war.
That's a
it's terrifying film. Mm. It is. So if you haven't seen that, go see The Day After.
You can watch it on YouTube, right?
Yes. You can watch it on YouTube.
Watch it on the YouTube.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan saw, before the film was released on November 20th, 1983, Ronald Reagan got to watch the film in the White House, and he wrote in his diary, "It left me greatly depressed."
I hope so. It is a depressing movie. All right. Thanks for watching Off Topic
Fridays.
Yeah. Or do the EBS, though.
I should have brought my keyboard because I know I could even tell you the two notes that sound on it.
Oh, what is it?
The two notes on that are an A and a B.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's like maybe an octave, maybe 2 octaves above middle C. Those are the two notes that you hear on that.
Oh, that's neat. All right. Bye.